I really poked a few nerves with this particular question, and the question is, are women really nagging, or do men just never pay attention? My name is Susan Grace, and welcome to Hangout with Susan. I'm gonna get to your feedback in just a moment, but right now, I'm just gonna give my 2 cents. I don't think women are nagging, okay? I think we constantly find ourselves in positions where we have to repeat the same thing over and over and over again, and because it's been ignored or nothing has been done about it, we come off as nagging because, let's be honest, it's really exhausting to have to say the same thing over and over again as it is to hear it over and over and over again. But then again, I'm not going to completely ignore the fact that there are men out there who actually listen. I believe it's a 50-50 type of thing, all right? And also depends with the person and the situation. You can find a very nice woman who is very effective with her communication, but the man never listens. And you can also find a very nagging woman with a man who naturally listens. So I don't think it's a situation of whether all women nag or all men never listen. I think it depends with the kind of person you're partnered with, all right? Now, a good friend of mine called Brian said that some men are making very poor choices, and a woman has to step in and sort of guide them and align them. And that might come off as nagging. It's not nagging, it's really just a woman looking out for you and just trying to make sure you are on the right track. Let me jump straight into your feedback, and as usual, thank you very much for taking your time to give me the feedback. I really appreciate, and as usual, I never anticipate this much feedback, all right? I've got someone who says men never listen, such that it comes to us repeating things over and over again to them, hence it becomes a nag to their ears. That came from a lady. I guess it's a fair point, all right? I've got someone else who says sometimes women just want men to listen to them. And it's true. Quite frankly, sometimes women just want to say something, you hear it, do something about it, it's a done deal, we move. Kate says, hey, I think it's both. There are women who are really nagging, and there are men who don't like listening to all that. When a woman seeks attention to communicate or pass a message, it's termed as nagging. That is very true. I've got someone else who says women become nagging when men stop listening. Sometimes your action will provoke someone else's reaction. We listen, it's only that we lack the body gestures to affirm that we are listening. So you don't have to remind me to fix the sink every 6 months. I'll fix it on Sunday. It could be any Sunday of the year. Obviously came from a man. I've got Shamim who says they may not listen, or they have but ignore it. Dorka says they listen but don't comprehend. Sasa, you have to repeat the same thing maramia before someone's son bursts into emotions. And I think burst into emotions really means for them to just lose their cool. I've got a gentleman who says women can be nagging. I think it's something they all have in their DNA, which is really normal. However, men also do have a problem with listening. It goes both ways. So how comes for the men you didn't say it's in their DNA? It's a bit unfair. Joshua says some women are bullies. They will nag their way to making a man do what they want them to do. Sometimes you'll find that it's a woman who is really aggressive and wanting things to go her way. So she'll kind of bully and nag her way into getting things done. A lady says because you actually have to repeat yourself 100 times before they even acknowledge what you're saying, leave alone respond or react. If a woman nags, she cares. That's why it hurts when the man doesn't act right. Now, men know this, so they intentionally keep pressing our buttons to confirm that we still care. If you have a woman who nags, not too much, but the normal nagging, she cares about you, all right? And it hurts that she cares too much and you don't even care half as much. If your woman stops nagging, and I mean the normal nagging, you should be worried. I've got Nick who says, well, the guy should wisen up because the whole thing won't end, so he better do it. Yeah, he's basically just saying, men, whatever she's saying, just do it and avoid the whole drama, and I think that's fairly true. Michael says, I know for sure we don't listen, but we hear. Interesting. Listening just means getting to know what she really wants. I've learned to listen, so men need to learn to have the patience to get what she actually needs. Got someone who says men can turn a woman into a nagging woman. And I think that is very true. You can have a very perhaps a normal woman, but then you turn her into a nagger because you just never listen. But then again, I think it goes the other way around as well. You can have a man who listens, but because you intentionally nag, you can turn him into a man who just never listens. Basically, he just shuts you out. As soon as you start opening your mouth, he's out. I've just remembered something someone told me yesterday while we were having this conversation, and they said the how is very important. How you pass the message, how you communicate, how you ask them to do something is very important. Sometimes women are very harsh and aggressive while they are passing a message, and that makes a man just not want to listen to you because sometimes they just want some peace. All right? How you pass the message really matters. Don't yell, don't shout. If it can be spoken with a bit of calmness, then please do so. It's not always a war, it's not a battlefield. Some women are not nagging. Again, like I said before, they care about you and they just want you to be on the right track. Women, the more you nag, the more a man is likely to shut you out, and the more you're likely to say he doesn't listen. Men, the more you listen, the less we're gonna nag. Period. And number 4, if a woman nags you, she cares about you. If she doesn't nag you, you should be worried. We have come to the end of this video. Thank you very much for sticking through. I love you, I appreciate you, and of course, I will see you in the next episode of Hangout with Susan.